Hello, my name is Wendy, and today in this video I am going to be talking about 10 gentle ways to calm your nervous system. Now, you might wonder what that has to do with anything, and I'm going to explain that. But first of all, I just want to put this disclaimer out. I am not a medical person. I'm not a medical professional at all. I have no training in that. But I have a lot of experience in life that has caused me to do a lot of research to help myself. And with regard to calming your nervous system, if it's not calm, you feel like you're in fight or flight all the time. It's not an easy way to live. So I've been looking for solutions to actually deal with this kind of situation. And I have 10 suggestions that I'm incorporating. Some of them I have already incorporated. Some of them I'm planning to incorporate. When it comes to calming a dysregulated nervous system and supporting adrenal recovery, which is where the whole issue kind of begins sometimes, especially in a gentle and sustainable way that goes beyond meditation and deep breathing, which is what's usually recommended and is fine because those things certainly do help. But these suggestions are a little different, and I think you'll find them really enjoyable. Number one is consistent daily rhythms, and that includes making your day predictable, having the same kind of routines so nothing is chaotic or disturbing. Our bodies crave rhythm and safety. It feels safe when you know what you're doing, and it helps with the regulation of your nervous system. For example, wake up, eat, sleep at the same time every day. And I know this is hard if you're working, if you're on shifts and you've got stuff happening, but as much as you can, set those things as a priority so that you can have a calmer life and therefore gradually calm your system. Limit late night screen time and keep your evenings low stimulation. That's a really helpful way to sleep better. This is what I do. I often go for a short walk after dinner if the weather is nice. And often here where I live, it's not that nice. So if I can, I would do that. And otherwise, I'll watch TV for a while. Sometimes I'll sew something, I'll draw or whatever. I always go to bed around the same time, and then I read for about an hour in something that is calming. I've found I don't read thrillers at night because I'll want to keep reading. I don't want something highly suspenseful. And I don't want anything that's really kind of heavy. There's just some suggestions. And why this works is it helps to reset your circadian rhythm, and it lowers cortisol spikes related to unpredictability. And I hadn't really thought about how unpredictability might contribute to cortisol spikes, but I've had that for years, and sometimes it's like, what is this even related to? Where is this coming from? But when I think about when everything is unpredictable, you're always kind of on edge and waiting for the next shoe to drop or the next thing to kind of hit you. So the more routine you can make your life, the calmer it's going to be. Number two is grounding through the senses. These are gentle ways to calm yourself, such as light a mildly scented candle or have something scented in the house, so in your home or surroundings, so that your sense of smell picks something up that's calming. Wrap yourself in warm clothes. Keep your body and your skin comfortable. So if it's cold out, be warm enough and wrap up, put on a sweater. If it's hot, try and cool. There's a hummingbird at the feeder here. And for sound, use soft instrumental music or ambient nature sounds. So you can get those anywhere. Nowadays you can just on your phone have bird call, or if you're in a place where you have birds and nature sounds that don't include chainsaws, just open your windows and listen to the birds, feel the breeze on your skin, feel the sunshine, and Pay attention to your senses. Number 3, I really like this one. It's slow, repetitive handwork. Activities like knitting, like crafts basically, knitting, sewing, scrapbooking, making journals, watercolor painting, drawing, sketching, all those things that we artistic types will lean towards. Cooking or baking, if that's your thing. Gardening, especially if your hands are in the soil, apparently that's really good for you. Unfortunately, I'm not a big gardener. I'm more of a put it in and let somebody else look after it. And I've never ever liked to have dirt on my hands, so that one doesn't work for me. But I thought I would just put it out there because I have friends who just love getting their hands in the dirt. Why this works is these rhythmic tactile activities activate the parasympathetic system and keep your mind gently occupied without stress. Number 4 is low stakes creativity, which, oh no, it's the weed whacker. Oh, for goodness sake. I have to move indoors. Not all plans work out. Number 4 is low stakes creativity, and I really, really like this one, and I think you will too. Let yourself create for fun, not for productivity or for an outcome. And I'll be honest, I really have a problem with this because I've created for means to an end so much that it's hard to kind of unhook from that and just sketch for fun. And I'm working on that. So here's a couple of ideas. Doodle with crayons or markers in a sketchbook, just on a piece of paper, on newsprint, it doesn't matter. Do a jigsaw puzzle. Those are always calming. I think I did 3 of them during the winter. Arrange flowers in a vase. Or you can do something like I've done with this little sketchbook. I've got a couple of these tiny sketchbooks. And several months ago, I was going through a time where I just needed to really calm down and had a lot sort of going on that was wearing me out. And so I started this little sketchbook, but I didn't really do that much sketching in it. This is a sketch here. I started, just doing some different things. This is a stamp. This is watercolor in the back, and this is a drawing that I did. But then I used stamps and stickers and gradually did more and more of that. So I basically designed pages. I used stickers and stamps and sometimes little drawings of my own. I got about halfway through the book and I was done. So this is, let me see, where's the last page here? This was the last page I did, but then I didn't need to do it anymore. But it really helped to calm my system down. So that's such a fun little thing to do and really easy. And why it works is it creates a sense of play without pressure. So it calms your adrenal system down and your nervous system because there's no stress involved. There's no, this has to work. There's no perfectionism. There's no, it doesn't matter if what you create turns out what you think it is ugly. It does not matter. And that's a wonderful feeling. Number 5 kind of goes back to the one about the senses, and that is nurturing warmth. Use physical warmth as a signal of safety. Take warm baths. Using Epsom salts is good because the magnesium in the Epsom salts actually is absorbed through your skin and it calms your system down, helps you sleep. Drink warm, non-decaffeinated herbal teas. And use heating pads wherever you feel like on your belly or on your back or whatever feels good. And the reason why this works is because heat increases circulation and sends out "we're safe now" signal to your brain. Number 6, visual environments that heal. Spend time looking at calming visual scenes. Sit by a lake, sit in your garden, just be there. Watch a sunset. Walk on the beach if you've got one. Walk in a meadow or in the country. Declutter your physical space so that it doesn't feel overwhelming. Now, my space, what you can see of it here, probably looks pretty cluttered. And if you could see the other side, you would say it's even more cluttered. But I actually find visual activity calming. One of the things that I do that actually calms my system is go shopping someplace colorful like a fabric store, because all that visual activity kind of takes me out of my busy head and it calms me down, especially if I'm not shopping for anything. I'm just browsing. I can look at things with no commitment, and I really enjoy that. Why it works is visual input affects the vagus nerve and triggers either calm or stress. So think of traffic. When I drive to Vancouver, there's heavy traffic on that highway between here, and it's an hour and a half drive to see my children. And it is not calming by any stretch. And that's a visual activity that is stressful, and it's actual activity that's stressful. So if you can calm the other parts of your life, it's actually really helpful. Number 7 is deep listening and connection. Listen to soft, affirming audiobooks or podcasts. I don't do this very much. I've kind of never got into the podcast world, but occasionally I'll listen to a podcast while I'm going for a walk. Call a calm, safe friend for a short, cozy chat. If you have someone like that in your life. Yeah, why it works is being co-regulated with a calm voice or presence calms your nervous system, even virtually. Now, today I'm still getting over a cold, but one of the comments that has come on my channel is that my voice is very calming. And actually, my whole life, people have told me that there's something about me that calms them down. I might not be feeling very calm, but I'm always working at calming myself and calming my system, and my voice just is what it is. So if you find it calming, watch a bunch of my videos on YouTube. Number 8 is gentle, enjoyable movement. Now, stroll slowly through a quiet neighborhood or garden. Again, walk along a beach, go for a slow hike in the woods. Things that just are not demanding, they really help. Do exercises or stretches that make you feel good. Tai Chi or those kind of things. Some people really love those. But if you don't, you can just put on slow music and just move to the music and let your body move. And that kind of slow action is actually calming for your whole system. Number 9 is morning light and barefoot grounding. Now, I like the idea of this more than I actually do it or am able to do it, partly because number 1, I live in a rainy climate, so we don't always have morning sunshine. Morning light is pretty gray. And if it's raining, it's also cold. We rarely get a warm rain unless it's been immediately after a hot spell, because when the clouds roll in, there's deep layers of it. In fact, I just recently flew home from a holiday and we went through 3 distinct layers of cloud before landing. And I thought, well, no wonder it's always so dark where I live. There's all these layers of cloud. So I don't really want to go out in the morning when it's cold and rainy and hope for something from the sunshine and the grounding. But when it is nice out, and maybe you live somewhere where it's, sunny and warm all the time, lucky you. But if you can do it, fit it in. You get morning sunlight in your eyes within an hour of waking is supposed to be very good for you, good for your system to regulate your circadian rhythms. Stand or walk barefoot on natural surfaces like grass, earth, or sand. If I had a beach, I'd be out there just about every day, even when it's not very warm. Why it works? It regulates melatonin and cortisol and supports circadian balance and reduces inflammation. I didn't know that one. Actually, standing on grass will reduce inflammation in your system. Isn't that miraculous? Number 10 is have a safe word or phrase. Repeat calming phrases like, I am safe, all is well, or my daughter says, it'll be fine. So sometimes when things are like in an uproar, I just sort of channel that and go, it'll be fine. Because usually it is, because it works out, things work out. Slow is beautiful, or my favorite, God really loves me. God really loves me. And it has been found, I just read this recently. Somebody tested this with MRIs or something, that when you say, God really loves me, it actually changes your physiology. So you might want to try that. Why it works is repetition builds new neural pathways in your brain and gradually teaches your body to respond differently. When stuff comes at you that is going to make you anxious, just saying, it'll be fine, God really loves me, or it'll be fine, God is helping me. It's amazing what a difference it makes. I hope this helps. Please subscribe to my channel. I am planning to do more videos like this because these are things that are important to me. And I think the way the world is now, we need more voices of wisdom. I think I'm old enough to have acquired some of that. Please like and subscribe and leave a comment and let me know what you think. And I'll see you next time.